ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಕಲೆಗಳ ನಾಡು, ದೈವ ದೇವರ ಬೀಡು. ಇಂಥ ಬೀಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ NMPT. ಸೊ NMPTಯ ಒಂದು ಹೃದಯ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣ ಅಕ್ಕರಾಜು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲೈನ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಯು ಕೇಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ನಂತರ, ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯೂ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದ ನಂತರ, ಸೊ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಯಿತು? ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಮೋರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ಸ್. Yes.
In the month of June 2019, when I had taken over as the charge of chairman here, the main challenge was the berth number 16, which was given to Chettinadu in the month of May.
Okay.
It has not started commercial operations. There were many reasons. They were finding it difficult to complete the dredging. There were some technical problems.
Okay.
So that was my top priority. Immediately I started following up with the people, and a particular patch was there adjacent to berth number 16.
Okay.
That patch, there was a hard rock, that's what people used to tell.
Okay.
And because of that, they could not complete the dredging. The moment I came, I studied the thing. I told them to keep some fenders, 2-3 tires you keep,
Okay.
so that that particular patch can be covered. And
Okay.
I made them start the operations. At the beginning, people were afraid. I said, nothing to fear. You can do it. Nothing will happen. And nothing has happened. We were able to start the operation. And the other challenge was the dredging, as I told.
Okay.
Earlier, Mercator used to do dredging. There was a 3-year contract
Okay.
between New Mangalore Port Trust and Mercators. Mercator is a private dredging company.
Okay.
They were unable to do dredging because of the various reasons, technical reasons, commercial reasons. And NMPT, till the point I came, they were unable to take a decision how to go about it. Then I had terminated the contract with the private dredging fellow, that is the Mercator, and immediately we have signed an MOU, or we have signed a contract with Dredging Corporation of India, which is the Government of India undertaking.
Okay.
And we started the dredging.
Okay.
And we ensured that the depth is available as per the charts, as per the maritime charts at NMPT.
Okay.
The other important initiative is the cart ticket. There is a cart ticket. See, when any truck carrying container, when it wants to enter the NMPT custom bound area through the gate, he has to get down, he has to show certain documents and counter signatures and all were there.
Yes.
We have digitized this particular process
Okay.
by going for a card ticket.
Okay.
The advantage of this is now, if you go to Malya Gate and see, any truck carrying container need not stay at the gate, stop at the gate more than 2 minutes. Within 2
Okay.
minutes, he can clear and enter the port premises. This is a very revolutionary thing which we have thoughtfully introduced.
Okay.
The other thing is, as far as the bulk cargo means like sugar and phosphate, this type of things. There was another system.
Okay.
They used to give the delivery of the cargo at the gate. The
Okay.
person, when he takes on the truck, he has to again come to another official, he has to take his signature, he has to show at the gate. All that used to take a lot of time. We have started a procedure which is called delivery at the wharf.
Okay.
So by introducing delivery at the wharf, the people, the stevedores are able to take the delivery of the material on the truck at the wharf, and this has resulted in a faster truck round time. You know, earlier in a day, 30 trucks used to ply around.
Okay.
Now the number of trips in a day has increased to almost 60. That means evacuation has become faster.
Faster.
This has given a lot of advantage for the trade. And other thing, there are 3 docks in the port NMPT. One is the eastern dock, the other one is the western dock, and the third one is the oil arm.
Okay.
In the oil arm, we have the berth number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
Between the berth number 10 and 11, there is a wall,
Okay.
which is called a diaphragm wall.
Okay.
So we started handling smaller vessels, particularly bitumen vessels and other vessels, that particular place, which has increased our efficiency. That means we started using the places which were not utilized earlier.
Okay.
That's another achievement. we have
Development
made.
and achievement, exactly.
And cargo handling equipment, we call it as mobile harbor crane and all these. They used to break down every now and then because when a mobile harbor crane operates by fuel, it has to DG set will be there, it has to generate power, electric power. That electric power has to translate into the parts, then the crane can be operated.
Correct.
But the crane is also having a feature by which it can be directly plugged to power and operated on electrical power. In that case, what happens? You did not operate the DG set. You did not operate the other moving parts.
Yes.
By doing this, that is by directly switching over from diesel to electric power, we were able to reduce the breakdown time. We are able to reduce the power, fuel consumption for the equipment. This has resulted in greater availability, that is higher availability of the cargo handling equipment, and also the savings in terms of fuel consumption.
Correct.
And the other one is berth number 1, that is in the East Arm. We have given to Indian Coast Guard.
Okay.
That's another achievement we have done.
Correct.
And the main important thing is the Lakshadweep,
Yeah.
the Lakshadweep Islands. They are much nearer to Mangalore than Cochin. It may appear something slightly unbelievable for you, but if you see the Google map, it is a fact. Lakshadweep Island is much nearer to Mangalore. So we have inked an agreement with them for cargo handling operations as well as passenger operations
Okay.
from Mangalore Port Trust, New Mangalore Port Trust to Lakshadweep
Lakshadweep.
Islands.
ಸೊ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಕಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಜಿಟಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಲಕ್ಷದ್ವೀಪ್ ಇದು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ, ಅದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. CSR ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ತುಂಬ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ NMPT ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ NMPTಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಮುಂಚೆ NMPT ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಜನರು, ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ನೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ interacting. So what is the development regarding CSR activities?
CSR means corporate social responsibility. The New Mangalore Port Trust, it's an autonomous body. It's not a public sector undertaking.
Correct.
Companies like MRPL, MCF, they all come under the category of public sector undertakings. So though we have a CSR facility provision, we need to send our CSR budget to Government of India because New Mangalore Port Trust is a centrally administered port.
Correct.
The owner of the port is central government. So we send the CSR budget every year to the Government of India. After taking their approval, then we start disbursing the amounts to the eligible people. And as you know, this all comes under CSR Act of 2013.
Okay.
Mostly at New Mangalore Port Trust, we are giving funds to, our main concentration is on schools, colleges and community development centers. Recently, during the COVID time, we had contributed around 4.8 crores to the Prime Minister's Relief Fund. We have given donation for 2 ventilators at Mangalore. We have given 2 buses, 2 ambulances to the district administration. We have also distributed around 7,000 provision kits to the people staying across the coastline near to New Mangalore Port Trust. So every year, wherever there is a necessity, whenever there is a issue, we are rising to the occasion and trying to help the people within the framework. In fact, we are also extending scholarships to the fishermen community, merit students of the fishermen community. We have distributed the life jackets for the fishermen community people. And this way we are trying to do our level best. NMPT, as you may be knowing, we are having a school and
Yes.
almost around 2 crores NMPT spends on the school.
So adding on this, sir, you spoke about the employment and other things. So ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, and how many employees are, how many staffs are working in NMPT?
We have around 420 employees, 420 to 430 employees. And we are having 3 categories of departments.
Okay.
First one is the operation departments.
Okay.
Operation departments means the departments which are directly involved with the cargo handling operations and vessel movement. These departments are traffic department and marine department.
Okay.
The second category of departments is engineering departments.
Okay.
This is civil engineering department which takes care of the roads, jetties, infrastructure, and mechanical engineering, electrical engineering department. This takes care of the cargo handling equipment, power supply, air conditioning, all these things. Third category of departments are the supporting departments. This is general administration department, finance department, they come under this category.
Okay.
So broadly, these are the three
Three.
categories of the departments.
Okay.
And port trust is called port trust because in port you have various interests.
Correct.
Security of the port, Indian Navy also comes into picture, Coast Guard also comes into picture. As far as the evacuation is concerned, railway is involved.
Correct.
And as far as other interests are concerned, security of the vessel is concerned, MMD, DG shipping also is there.
Correct.
And there is the interest of the state government also. To protect the interest of all the people and to take care of the EXIM cargo handling. At that particular time, Government of India called it as a trust. The
Okay.
board, they call it as a trust
Trust
board.
board.
So that all the people will be there in that, and the board of trustees is headed by the chairman,
Okay.
so that the decisions and interest of various people can be taken care, so that the EXIM cargo moves fast. And similarly, customs is also one of the board members,
Correct.
because customs also plays an important role.
ಸೊ ಮಹಾಮಾರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೊರೋನಾ, ಸೊ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಇಂದಾಗಿ ತುಂಬ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ NMPT ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹೌ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿನ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ರೈಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಬಸ್ಸಸ್ or planes. Same way, even people and goods come through cruise also, and even through vessels also. So what was the scene, what was the measures taken by you guys during corona, post corona, or during the corona time?
Exactly last year during the same time in the month of March. We started feeling the pulse of COVID,
Yes.
tremors of COVID. It was at the initial stage.
Correct.
And slowly, by April, it picked up the momentum and it started choking us. So, in fact, if I can recollect, in the month of March, on 23rd of March, a passenger vessel was supposed to come to Mangalore Port Trust.
Okay.
They have finalized their schedule also. On 22nd night, we received a communication and a call from the shipping secretary and also an order from the cabinet secretary
Okay.
saying that no passenger vessel should be allowed
Okay.
into the port, including Mangalore. Then I flagged to them that it is already a scheduled thing. But in the interest of the health of the people and in the interest of the nation, it was decided not to allow that,
Okay.
and we didn't allow that.
Okay.
When I didn't allow that, there was a lot of repulse from the various stakeholders, from the stevedores and the travel agents. They were saying in Bombay they are allowing, why you are not allowing in Mangalore?
Yes.
And I made it very clear. We have spoken to the cabinet secretary, we have spoken to the shipping secretary also. Some beginning has to be made somewhere, and we are making the beginning. That's how we stopped it. And we were very tough as far as the handling of the COVID is concerned.
Correct.
And we started After a lot of follow-up, keeping the hand wash sanitizers in all the toilets, important places. And later we were able to get a thermal scanner in the hospital.
Okay.
Then we started introducing the tunnels, walk-through tunnels for sanitizing the people entering the port,
Okay.
entering the hospital, entering the administrative building also. And what we did is, if anyone falls sick, we used to give them leave, we used to tell them to work from home.
Okay.
And by May, June, COVID started, it went to its peak.
Rapidly.
We made it a mandatory check for all the employees, COVID check. And we found many people having the COVID.
Okay.
Because we were able to identify who are the people that are got affected by the COVID, we were able to isolate them. You believe it or not even a single day was affected at New Bangalore Port Trust.
Okay.
We were able to function as normally as any other place. We continued as required because at that particular time, lot of face masks, lot of medicines used to flow through the Bangalore Port Trust to the rest of the country.
Yes.
And the instructions from the central government were very clear that we have to continue our operations, and we continued.
Yes, so because of this, would it reflect or would it affect to travel, tourism or travel thing in Mangalore? So tourism would be like good when cruise used to come and foreigners used to come. So this to travel and also.
And that's true. These vessels come in the morning and they sail out by night.
Yes.
These are called dayliners as far as the New Bangalore Port Trust is concerned. And on each vessel, average around 1,200 to 2,000 packs, we call passengers,
Okay.
they'll be there.
Yes.
When it comes to New Bangalore Port Trust, on average, around 800 passengers used to get down. They used to go to city. They used to visit the various tourism places in and around Bangalore and come back by evening.
Okay.
On average, per head, per trip, each foreigner who used to get down from the ship and moves into Bangalore city, they used to spend around 100 to 150 US dollars per head.
Okay. So, because of NMPT cruise vessels, so there were like growth in our economy as well. So, growth in our, Mangalore tourism as well. So, that was actually a good thing which was happening before. But hope it would, yes.
It used to help really. See, when this 800 packs, when they used to get down and when they get into the city, they used to buy the handicrafts made by villagers, local villagers.
Correct.
They used to buy the ornaments made by local craftsmen. They used to, for a change, they used to eat at the roadside eateries.
Correct.
They used to engage auto rickshaws. They used to engage the local taxis. Average 1,000 people used to get the indirect employment.
Yes, exactly.
And small industry people, handicrafts people, village industry people, these were the real beneficiaries of this particular thing.
Correct.
And Mangalore Port as such, we never used to get any revenue out of these cruise vessels. It is only in the interest of the tourism and the interest of the state economy, we used to handle these cruise vessels. And I would like to tell you that last year, we started a heli taxi services, a particular new tourism initiative. The reason is the various worth seeing tourism spots in around Bangalore, on average they are at a distance of 200 to 300 kilometers.
Yes.
If one has to go to the places and come back, it is very difficult if they go by road.
Correct.
The only solution is he has to take a helicopter. He has to fly maybe 1,000-pillar temple, maybe Subramanya temple, maybe Sringeri, any place.
Correct.
They can see and they can come back. If they go by helicopter, why not Kodagu also they can go.
Yes.
That far distance also.
Exactly.
Keeping that in mind, we started the heli services. But unfortunately later the COVID has started.
Yes. Okay.
I hope after the COVID, the heli services also will take a big boost.
Correct.
That will help the state of Karnataka only.
Yes.
And each foreigner, when he comes here, and if he uses the heli services, if he goes to Kodagu, if he goes to the nearby Karavali coast, the Blue
Correct.
Seas,
Yes.
and, definitely they will talk good. And through word of mouth, I am very sure that more and more foreign passenger tourists
Which
will
definitely-
pour into the state of Karnataka.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಇದೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ಯೋಚನೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಹೆಲಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ರೂಸ್ ಇಂದ ಫಾರಿನರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರೋದು ಡೇ ಲೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕ್ರೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಹೆಲಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮಂಜೇಶ್ವರ ಟೆಂಪಲ್, ಸೋಮೇಶ್ವರ ಟೆಂಪಲ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಕೊಡಗನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಏನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಇದೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ಯೋಚನೆ. ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಇಂದಾಗಿ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗ್ದ ನಂತರ ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ NMPT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್. ಜನರು ಫಾರಿನರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಊರನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸರ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 2021, ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಕ್ರೂಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಸೆಂಜರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಏನ್ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು?
Because of COVID, as you know, at least for some time during the lockdown and for few days slightly before the lockdown, it is a fact that there was some slowdown.
Yes.
But later in the months we have picked up. This year, compared to other ports, our loss of cargo is only 4.8%
Okay.
compared to last year.
Okay.
Last year it was 36 million metric tons roughly, as on mid of March. This year it is around 34 million metric tons as on mid of March.
Okay.
So though there was a dent, we were able to improve the cargo handling. But the brighter side of this is, in spite of cargo loss, financially we are as sound as the earlier financial year.
ಸೊ NMPT ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ NMPT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಂಗ್ರಾಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಪೋರ್ಟನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಏನು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಇಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದ ಹಿಂದೆ?
See, as far as the green initiatives are concerned, at New Mangalore Port Trust, as I have told you before, we are 100% solar. That is, the power consumption in the port is generated through solar power,
ಓಕೆ.
which is a renewable energy.
Okay.
It is not by burning coal or it is not burning fuel. It
Okay.
is just from solar.
Okay.
So that's a very good thing. Then we are 100% self-sufficient as far as the water is concerned. We don't depend on the municipal corporation.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
We have our own water storage places.
ಓಕೆ.
We have our own ponds. From that we use.
ವಾಟರ್.
So it is all through rain harvesting. It is, we have around 7 underground reservoirs, and we have around 8 elevated storage reservoirs. When we are handling iron ore, when we are handling coal, a dust suppression is required.
Yes.
The coal tries to fly.
Correct.
But the good thing is, our iron ore is handled through semi-mechanized ship unloaders.
ಓಕೆ.
Our coal handling at JSW is fully mechanized. It is through closed conveyors. So not even a single particle of coal will pollute the air.
ಓಕೆ.
The type of equipment we have at coal handling facility, which is being operated by JSW at NMPT, is a state-of-art infrastructure.
ಓಕೆ.
It safeguards the air environment from any pollution that may occur by handling coal.
Okay.
So this is the latest technology.
Okay.
At NNPT, around 2 lakh saplings, 2 lakh plants we have planted in the last 10 years. You can imagine 2 lakhs.
2 lakhs.
Around 734 acres of land, we have made it as a green patch. We have
Okay.
totally 2,300 acres of land, out of which 734 acres of land is only a green belt.
Okay.
Nothing else is there, plants and all these things are there. And as far as the awards are concerned, Swachhata Survekshana Award we got, and we also got an award for regional level pollution response trophy. We got it, and Samudra Paryavarana Award we got, and we got an award from Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, and we also got an award from the Department of Forests Aranya Mitra Award. So around 5 awards we received from various authorities, and among the various ports for the last 3 years, we are judged the cleanest port among the 12 major ports administered by the central government.
So, how our NMPT is different from other ports? So, ನಮ್ಮ NMPT ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ವಿಶೇಷತೆ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
Unlike in other states, in state of Karnataka, New Mangalore Port Trust is the only port which is handling exim cargo. Of course, Karwar handles, but it is very, very small amount.
Correct.
You can't take it into consideration. So that way, we have a advantage compared to
Other.
major ports in other states.
Correct.
But the biggest challenge for New Mangalore Port, I will tell you, 79 million metric tons is the capacity of the port.
Port.
But we are handling hardly 39 to 42 million metric tons.
Okay.
Our turnaround time is quite good, our infrastructure is quite good, but why we are unable to reach the 79? The reason is, as you know, this is a Parasurama Kshetra,
Correct.
other side is the Western Ghats, this side is the Blue Sea.
Yes.
If you want to travel to Tumakuru, Bangalore, Mysore, Ballari, you have to cross the ghats and you have to go to other place.
Yes, exactly.
If we see the roads connectivity to New Mangalore or Mangalore city also, it is through the ghats. Maybe Shiradi,
Correct.
Sampaji, all these ghats.
Yeah.
Till very recent times and even now also, during the heavy rains, particularly from the month of June up to almost October, November,
Okay.
many of the ghat sections gets closed.
Correct.
So the cargo can't come from Bangalore, Mysore, Ballari, Tumakuru to this place. That is why we are unable to get the full cargo.
Okay.
Now you might have seen the government of India has taken a very good initiative. So very soon, within 2 years, these ghat roads are going to become all-weather roads. That means any season the cargo can come from all these places. With that, we will definitely move from 42 million metric tons to minimum 60 million metric tons in the
Yes.
coming years. Other great thing is, recently the government of India has announced a long 23-kilometer tunnel
Okay.
through the Ghat section.
Okay.
If that particular tunnel comes, nothing like that. Not only the port, the Aam Janata, the common man of Karavali coast also will get the benefit,
Correct.
because they can travel any time between Bangalore, Mysore to Mangalore.
Yes.
That too with a reduced time taken.
Yes.
So I expect a better future for Mangalore city and Mangalore port also,
Correct.
because of the better connectivity.
ಎಸ್ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಪೋರ್ಟ್?
Yeah. See, in future we want to, now as you know, berth number 14 we have given to JSW. That's on PPP model, public-private partnership model. I expect now the future is for container cargo.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
Almost 80 to 90% of the cargo Exim cargo moves by containers. But if you see at Mangalore Port Trust, only 3% of the cargo is container cargo. So there is a tremendous value unlocking that has to be done.
Yes.
As you know, the MRPL is also having grand plans to increase their capacity. So that also will help us in increasing the POL volumes.
Yes.
So by 2025, we hope to reach anything around 50 million metric tons.
Okay.
And by 2030, we expect to reach not less than 65 million metric tons handling of cargo at Mangalore Port Trust.
Okay.
So there is no doubt that New Mangalore Port Trust will have a glorious future years that will help the local economy, that will help the Mangalore city to grow further, Mangalore economy to grow further, and state of Karnataka, as you know, this is the best state. As far as the software exports are concerned, Karnataka state is standing in #1 position. And I am very sure with a very dynamic government at the state, and particularly our Mangalore MP is very, very dynamic man, a very wise man, learned man, with his various initiatives being taken forward. It will also help the Mangalore port. And Mangalore port will have a great future years. Thank you.
ಎಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ವೆರಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ NMPT ತರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಆರಿಸಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಸ್. ಸೊ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಈ ಅಮೂಲ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು.